Me share and we'll be good to go. All right. Give it a minute here as we get a couple people hopping on.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no problem. All right. So thanks everyone who's hopping on. We've had some exciting news in Connecticut here over the past 24 hours with the commitment of Alex Karaban to UConn. He's joining us live here tonight. Alex, thanks so much for coming on and joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
There's so much I want to get into, but first, what have the past 24 hours been like for you? Because I feel like it has to have been a whirlwind.
They've been crazy. I mean, my family and I, my friends, super happy, so much excitement right now. So much relief off this, off our family just finally making a decision to UConn, and it's just been crazy and just unbelievable.
I'm always curious about what the recruiting process is like. So take us through what it was like for you and what it was. What was the pitch from Coach Hurley to you as you're going through this process? He was working hard to get you to UConn.
Yeah, so the recruiting process was crazy just throughout it all. Coaches calling, texting every day. So it was nonstop, Zooms nonstop. And Coach Hurley's pitch was just to be something special in New England and just keep making an impact on New England, as that's where I'm from. And just I have a great opportunity to bring or like to help UConn bring back its national championships and go on that historic run that they've done in the past. So I'm just super excited, and the opportunity that they presented to me was just unmatched.
Growing up here in New England, what was your familiarity with UConn and what did it mean to you?
Yeah, so I only started watching UConn back when Kemba won the national championship and Shabazz Napier won it a couple years after. So
Mhm.
that's when I first started to learn about the program, and I guess it's stuck with me ever since I started cheering for them during that whole March Madness tourney. So it's kind of cool just looking back at it now that I have a chance to do the same.
Yeah, no, I feel like it has to be really cool seeing that and being able to be in a position where, hey, you could go on it and be in that next conversation there and what UConn's going to look like heading into the future. What was it like going on the visit to UConn? Was there anything that, stuck out to you while you were there that really appealed to you?
The visit was awesome. It was unbelievable. But I would say just the facilities and looking at those lottery picks and national banners that they had in the gym. No other school had as many banners and just recognized as many NBA players. And just that whole facility is unbelievable. And then seeing the pavilion after too is just crazy and just how big it is.
Yeah, no, it seems like what would have been a really cool opportunity for you to head up there and visit. I know one thing that UConn fans have been really excited about for the past couple of years has been this transition into the Big East. I know, like I'm one of the younger Big East fans. Before it, the old Big East kind of broke up to what it is today. What were your experiences of the Big East like, and are you excited to be able to play in such a basketball heavy conference?
Yeah, I'm so excited to be in the Big East. Personally, for me, everyone always said the Big East is my conference, and just I've always loved watching it just because seeing Villanova recently and just all those great programs in it too. So I've been super excited to watch it. And just like you, I've been more familiar with the new Big East. So I'm kind of just learning more and more about it. But I'm super excited UConn joined back in it.
Take us through now for the UConn fans who are on, who are slowly catching up on you and learning more about you and your game. What do you bring to the table here that UConn fans can look forward to in the next few years?
Yeah, I'd say my versatility is huge. I could shoot the ball very well. I could post up smaller dudes, go by bigger dudes. I rebound at an elite level. And yeah, my playmaking and my IQ towards the game is very high too. And then I use my length on defense.
No, awesome. I know it's going to be really fun watching you out on the court there with what you're able to bring to the table. You join a really talented recruiting class that's already on the books there. What's it like to join those guys? I know you're friendly with Donovan, right?
Yeah, I've known Donovan for a year now, and he's super talented. He's huge. I mean, he's going to be a problem right when we get to college, but He's an awesome kid. He was recruiting me hard to come to UConn pretty much every day, sending me husky emojis. So he was awesome, and I'm glad I joined him. And then Corey, even getting the chance to play him pretty much three times this summer. I've played against his team, so he's just a super talented kid. He's very hardworking, and I'm excited to play with him.
Yeah, no, it's an exciting class, and I know one that's probably not done yet. So who knows what it might turn out to be, but it's definitely going to be one of the better ones we've seen here, at UConn. Take us through what getting ready to make this decision to go to college, and what the past couple years have been like for you. I know COVID has certainly thrown a wrench in everything, but from a basketball standpoint, what's it been like for the past year or so playing basketball in this kind of environment that we've been in?
Yeah, it's been very challenging. I mean, pretty much taking off the whole last year of no exposure, no college coaches, pretty much nothing that you could really do to get your name out there. So that was really a challenge. So, and then college coaches only being able to watch live streams made it even harder because in person versus live streams completely different for basketball. So it was definitely a challenge, but even the recruiting too was a challenge, but it was all worth it at the end, and just it all worked out, I feel like, for everyone.
Yeah, during the recruiting process, was most of the stuff you were doing through Zoom, and what was that like?
Yeah, the Zooms were hard just because it's just important to pick up on like normal human interactions in
Yeah.
person, and you could not get that through a Zoom. So it was extremely challenging. And then there were just a bunch of awkward silences and awkward phases throughout pretty much every school. So it was so tough.
How many schools were you Zooming with during this time?
At least 20. It was
Wow.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it seems like it's got to be crazy. I mean, I think we all started to adjust a little bit to dealing with things on Zoom and all of that, but I can't imagine during the recruiting process what it's like just getting, talking to coaches and everyone on Zoom just had to be crazy.
It was.
Take me through. I saw it in the article ESPN had about your commitment. There had been some talk about you possibly reclassifying. I know you're going to stay over at IMG, but what was that process like for you in trying to figure out if you were going to reclassify for 21 or stay 22?
Yeah, so that talk was really hard with my parents just because I believe I could go 21. It's just I'd rather take that extra year just to get ready, just to make an even bigger impact coming into my freshman year. So we talked about it a bunch. I talked about it with my AAU coach, and yeah, I think just taking that extra year just to get more ready to make a bigger impact, I think is going to be beneficial for me.
Did the coaching staff or anyone kind of give you any direction for what they want to see you work on over this next year before you make it to UConn?
Not yet, which I expect them. They probably will soon, but probably my body just getting more physically stronger for the Big East, and then ball handling and just pretty much sharpening everything up.
Yeah, in terms of what it's been like over the past couple months, I know Peach Jam was recent, right? And what was that experience like for you?
It was super cool. It lived up to the hype. It's easily the best high school circuit anyone could play on. It sucked this year just because we were there for 2 weeks and then COVID started to mess everything up. But
Yeah.
it was a super dope experience, and I just loved it all.
Yeah, no, I've got to ask. I always know you hear some of those like funny stories coming out of recruiting of like interactions, with the coach. Coach Hurley do anything funny with you?
We did. So it was a blowout game. I was out for the rest of the game. And then we had this one kid just score a layup, and he kept scoring and scoring. And like me and Coach Hurley have like inside jokes. So he started laughing and stuff. I started standing and flexing at him. It was just cool stuff. He's funny.
What's I know we hear so much about Coach Hurley and the enthusiasm he brings to the game, and especially on the recruiting front as well. But what's it like working with the other coaches on the staff? Because I know we've got some new ones with Coach Murray, but what's it been like getting to know those guys as well?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, Coach Murray, Coach Moore, and Coach Kamani are just incredible dudes, and they each bring so many different personalities to the table, and that group of four just blends in so well together that it was just hard to say no to them, and they're just an incredible, incredible group of coaches.
Yeah, being from the area, what did that mean to you to be able to come to UConn, and have a little bit more of a connection to the school, being local to the region?
It means a lot. I mean, it's just extra motivation to play harder to represent home. So it means a lot. Everyone knows about UConn here, so you got to perform well for it, and it's just super exciting for me, especially growing up, always hearing about UConn and all the other schools around here.
Were there any guys from UConn teams that you've watched growing up that you really liked watching play, and are guys that you hope that maybe you'll get a chance to interact with once you're up at UConn?
Yeah, I would say Rudy Gay. I started watching highlights on him, and then definitely Kemba by far.
Yeah, no, you got to go with the guards at UConn and see if you could get some of that March Madness from them.
Yeah.
Alex, last year was the first year UConn's back in the tournament under Coach Hurley. How excited are you for what the future of this program looks like? With your other guys that are going to be joining you in that class, and what's being built right now for what you guys can do once you get there.
Yeah, we're super excited. I mean, for them to make it to the 20 this year after coming back to the Big East, and it took one try, and then finishing third in the Big East too. The future's bright, and I'm just super excited because I know the 22 class is looking real good. The 2021 class was loaded coming in this year, so I'm super excited for it, and I think it's only going to be a brighter future for us.
Yeah, I've got to ask too, because I see, we've got some people welcoming you here in the chat. I know fans can be fun. What was that like during the recruiting process? Did fans get to you during it?
Fans were very funny. I do recognize Big Larry from Twitter. I do recognize him. He was probably one of my favorites on Twitter. I loved reading him. I couldn't interact with him yet, but now I possibly could since I'm connected. So I appreciate all of them. Thank you.
So what was it like? So you make the announcement, last night. What was it like then in terms of like hearing it and the support you got? What was that like for you?
It was more than I could imagine. The support was crazy. The fans really showed me love. And then even the players currently on UConn just showed me love too. So it felt like a family atmosphere, and it's just something I couldn't even imagine asking for.
Yeah, did you connect with any of the guys that are currently on the team? Whether when you were on your visit or you've connected with since?
I've connected with Ty. Ty welcomed me to the program. RJ's welcomed me. But on the visit, no, I haven't really. I just took two unofficial, so it's just
okay.
Visits, but I connected with those two mostly.
Yeah, cool. No, I know everyone's really excited to have you on board here at UConn. Really excited about your game and what you could bring to the team. So I don't want to take up too much of your time here. I know it's been a crazy 24 hours. I know everyone's just thrilled to have you here. So really appreciate you taking a few minutes to come on tonight. And best of luck this year as you get ready to, finish up that year before you're heading up to UConn.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much.
Yeah.